That's the sound many women hear when they're battling the age-old question, career or kids?
We know that female fertility peaks at the age of 28, and by the time women are 35, we already see a decline in the number of eggs that women have.
That feels so young now.
It does feel so young.
So what happens when biology doesn't match up with your desired reality? Some women are choosing to freeze that clock in time. Jessie Rubin is a reproductive endocrinologist and infertility specialist. For the first time, she's seeing more 20-somethings come in asking to freeze their eggs.
Oftentimes, people just haven't met that perfect partner, and they don't want to feel pressure to settle down because they have their parents or their grandparents or somebody telling them, hey, it's time to have children.
Some companies have jumped on board the idea too. Major tech companies like Facebook, Apple, and Google offer egg freezing as part of their benefits package.
Do you think this is going to become even more mainstream, that more companies are going to start offering this?
I do, and I really hope that it does become more mainstream.
I got a chance to go into the lab to see how it works. After a couple weeks of injections, doctors take a woman's eggs from her ovaries. They store them here, shielded in liquid nitrogen, until they're ready for use. Dr. Rubin says they can stay viable for up to a decade, sometimes even longer. When a family is ready for kids, they go through the process of in vitro fertilization. The eggs are thawed, then fertilized through this microscope with tiny, tiny needles. And then it grows here in the lab for 5 or 6 days before it's put back inside a woman's uterus. The rest of the pregnancy process is pretty normal.
And I think it's so empowering that women have the option to preserve their fertility. I know from personal experience, having frozen my eggs, I really feel like it takes off a lot of pressure.
That was Chrissy Etheridge reporting there. So this process, as you might imagine, is not cheap. An egg freezing cycle can add up to $10,000 or more. There are also usually storage fees and extra costs when it's time to thaw and then inject them.